Aloha, this is Clint Hansen with Maui Luxury Real Estate. This is December 6, 2021, and yesterday, the 5th, we got hit pretty bad by a pretty significant tropical storm. This is the Old Blue Golf Course in Wailea. These streams flow, maybe once a year, nothing too significant. Yesterday was really bad. We had a massive amount of water come down and do a lot of damage, trees falling over all over the place. We were one of the very few places on the island that did not experience power outages. Just about every single one of my friends across the island experienced a power outage. We were fortunate enough not to. This is just a tree that fell, and they're picking it up right now, chopping it into pieces, and that's the last of a very big job that they had to get through. And this is Kolu. This is one of the streams that flow. I don't know why I filmed it. Thought it was kind of a cool shot. And this is Maui Meadows, where a lot of those streams come from. That's kind of where the bigger problems end up happening. Now, my buddy yonder, Gonzalez, he's a paintball friend that I play with at the field. He had his house, as you can see by this video, devastated. The streams often get clogged, and as far as I can tell, it comes from people throwing their green waste into the ravines up there. And then as they flow down, they clog up the natural and man-made obstructions and end up going off the stream and then flowing through people's houses. This one was bad. You can see this car ended up getting torn down and knocking over everything in its path, mailboxes, signs. Now this is actually on the opposite end. This is North Kihei, and this is by Sugar Beach. This is a area that floods relatively often because it's lower and the streams get clogged. It never floods like this though. It normally just kind of peaks over and gets the road and things of that nature. You can see there is a lot of very significant flooding in this area. So, it doesn't normally get into the parking lots the way it did and flood the cars. And this can happen a little bit further down the road. But Kihei Villages was relatively spared, but you can see right here at the park, completely flooded. And the old Suda store location, pretty badly flooded too. I think now is ABC store there or something like that. So, we got hit pretty hard. I know people upcountry that had similar stream swelling issues. I'm never worried about a hurricane. When there's a big organized storm coming through, I don't ever think it's going to hit us because we have the big island and the shear winds off of it kind of make it dissipate and turn into nothing. We don't even get rain oftentimes when there's a Category 5 coming at us. But when there's a big, disorganized, mushy storm front, then I get worried and we get hit hard like we did just yesterday. Now, we'll see how the next 24 hours go. We're due to get hit again. But as for hurricanes, I think it's been close to 180 years since we've been hit. And that's because that big island mountain with the shear winds. And of course, Haleakala is 2 miles high as well. Now, you can see them doing some work down there. They're clearing it out in order to get the water to flow out and, basically prevent any additional flooding. Now, this area regularly floods, but I've never seen it again flood to the magnitude. The truck that's going through there, that entire area had like well over 1.5 feet, 2 feet of water, and they were able to unclog and get the water going out. But not before it was able to flood some of the units. Now, I remember a little further down towards Kauhale, that had flooded in the past. Now, the tractor's gone through and spent huge quantities of money and time clearing that out, and Kauhale didn't have as much of an issue this year. Some of these, and you could see there's photos that show like trunks full of mud and whatnot. So this guy is down there, and this kind of just shows how bad the road was earlier in the morning, and of course in the evening time it was just feet of water. Now you go inside the place, and there's like 6 to 8 inches of water in this place, and it's a lot of units. It's not just this one, it's quite a few. So I hope that you guys made it through this, and I hope that you're hunkered down for the next one. we need to prepare. Every October we should make sure those drains are clear and make sure that we know rainy season is coming. Prepare so these things don't happen. Once those drains get clogged and the water comes from the top of the mountain, there's nowhere else for it to go except out in these places. So stay safe and hope we make it through the next